Can you hear me? Is it me, but you can't hear? Nope. It's definitely you. And as long as the music was there for the intro, I think everything went off well. Thank you again for joining. If you didn't hear me spill any of my guts just a second ago, there we go. Well, welcome, everybody. There I am. Welcome to the secret variant, the best kept secret in comic book FOC. So welcome to this FOC event. If you are joining us here this evening, it is Sunday, March 28th. FOC is March 29th. So good to see you all in the chat. I see a whole bunch of people in here. Azores, Jamie Sandoval, just everybody. I thank y'all for joining live. So let's get into this one. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna get into it. So first up, we've got Ablaze as our first publisher, and they're of course giving us Gung Ho Sexy Beast number 4. There's your cover A. There's your cover B, and I assume that one's actually going to have some trade dress on it, just because I know how they usually roll. But Gung Ho Sexy Beast number 4, cover C. And then you've got Gung Ho Sexy Beast number 4, cover D. And then your 10-copy incentive, your 20-copy black and white, and then your 30-copy negative. So, next up is Aftershock. And they're giving us Bequest number 2. Girls of Dimension 13 number 1, cover A. I did not see a variant listed on my list, but I'm almost willing to bet there's going to be a 1 in 15 of this one. So be on the lookout for that. Knock 'em Dead number 5. And that's going to do it for Aftershock here. Let's see if I can do this so I can see what's going on at the same time. Archie, up next. Only giving us one book this week, and that's going to be World of Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 4. And that's it. And then Artists, Writers, and Artisans giving us Man's World number 4. And that's it for them. Black Mask giving us Alice in Leatherland number 1. And this one had a couple of variants to go along with it. So you had your cover B. And then you had your cover C, which is your black and white 30-copy incentive. So 30-copy incentive on a Black Mask book. Do you think they're trying to push orders to 30? I think so. Scout Comics giving us Black Cotton number 1, second printing. And that was the only release from them. And then Titan giving us Blade Runner Origins number 3, cover A, and then cover B is by Hack. And cover C, Dagnino. Life is Strange Partners in Time t-shirt pack. I don't get this, but this is what it was advertised as. So, life is indeed strange, and if you're looking for the t-shirt pack, make sure you are ordering it by tomorrow, because final order cutoff may determine your ability to get that t-shirt pack or not. Here comes Vault. Vault's giving us I Walk with Monsters number 5, cover A, and then cover B by Hickman. And I did not see an incentive, which was very odd for that, because they had incentives early on, but it may be correct. There may not be an incentive, but boom! Giving us Firefly, brand new verse number 2. There is your A cover. And then we've got the B cover by Fish. And then there is... That's not Power Rangers. No, this is the brand new verse number 2 C cover. And then here's your D cover, which is your 50-copy incentive. And then here is your cover E, your unlockable variant. And then here is your cover F, which is also an unlockable variant. So these appear to be both one per stores or FOC variants. So you definitely want to check with your store tomorrow to make sure that they are down. Maybe even email them tonight just to make sure. But here we got Jim Henson's Storyteller Tricksters number 2 of a 4-issue miniseries, cover A by Peach Momoko. And then we have Jim Henson Storytellers. Here's your cover B by Pendergrass. And then there is a 25-copy incentive by Peach Momoko, which is just a version of the A cover. Luna number 3, giving us 3 of 5s, cover A. And then here's your cover B by Anka. And then they say that this one's going to be a Virgin variant. So I don't know if any of that, if just the removal of that stuff is going to happen on it, and the Luna is actually part of the artwork. But I haven't seen the cover in person to be able to tell. So obviously I can't really decide on that one. But it is what it is. Orcs number 3 of 6 with your cover A by Larson, your cover B by Boo, and your 10 copy incentive by Myers. Power Rangers number 6, cover A, and this is following on the coattails of the release this week, which will be that Power Rangers one-shot with a 1 in 100 cover by Jenny Frisian. That was probably not ordered very well. But your B cover is right there. And then here is your C cover, which is a green sketch blank. I think it's kind of cool to see a green sketch blank going. There's probably going to be people trying to chase together sets of the different Ranger colors. So be on the lookout for those, I guess. And then there's your 10 copy incentive by Scalera. And then there is your 15 copy incentive, which is basically the A cover and the B cover Virgin incentive. And then we have the 25 copy incentive by Montez. This looks wild. And then your 50 copy is basically a version of that cover. So hopefully all good stuff to be picked up. And then we got the Power Rangers Unlimited Heir to Darkness number 1, second printing. And there she is. Spectre Inspectors number 1 also going back for a second printing, and there is your cover A by McCurdy of issue number 3. So those two will likely hit shelves the same day, making it very good for those looking to pick that stuff up. Spectre Inspectors number 3 of 5. There is your cover B, and then here is your 10 copy incentive. All right, we're rolling. We're trucking through this one. And again, thank you all for tuning in for the secret variant here. This is this little FOC show that I do from my home studio. Just kind of giving me an understanding of what's coming out. And that in turn, hopefully I can relay some of this knowledge onto you guys to help you have an understanding of what is coming out. And all the things that are in this final order cutoff, again, except for the DC books, are due tomorrow in order to be able to guarantee your order through your shop. So again, it doesn't include damages and things like that, but I wish you luck if you're in the trenches. But if you do not order by tomorrow, most of these books, you are left to fend with whatever is produced and distributed. So good luck. Now this Konjakoru, I can't say this. Kojakaru, the Skinner. There's your 12-issue miniseries cover A of number 1, and there's your cover B. Crimson Flower number 4 gives you a cover A and a cover B. And then we have Lady Baltimore Witch Queens number 2 of 5, and Orphan and 5 Beasts number 2 of 4. Dynamite. The Dynamite list is the only list that I refuse to go and dig up all the incentives. So here's the caveat for Diamond. Or Dynamite. If I wanted to do a show specifically on Dynamite, it would be as long as I do a show for covering all of the other publishers, because of how many variants they actually do. So if any of this artwork interests you, you are to go to your LCS, you are to ask them tomorrow, say, hey, I want to see what other covers are using this artwork for this issue. And it's basically going to be, there's going to be like a red line Virgin variant, a black line Virgin variant, a Virgin variant of the Virgin variant, a color Virgin variant, all these different things that aren't even listed here, but I'm going to list to you what is solicited on the main page of Diamond without going deep into their incentive system in order to try to dig out all the incentive covers. So if you want to see more of the Dynamite incentives and you want me to do a full list, leave me a comment below. Let me know why I should do that when the art variant is not that far. It's not like a completely different cover. It's usually just, again, like a line color variant of an existing artwork. So, but I appreciate any of you guys who are, of course, picking up the Dynamite stuff. And if that's your thing, then great. And I'm just curious, is the chat working? This is the question. Looks like y'all are here, but I'm going to continue on. So here is your Red Sonja, number 25, your cover B Linsner, I'm sorry. And then here's your cover C for 26, which is Peebles. And then 26 is cover D, Miracolo. And then your Gracie Cosplay. And Thunder is here, everybody. Thunder is here. Thank you, Brandon. Red Sonja Lee limited virgin cover. Your Linsner limited virgin cover. Your premium Lee tint virgin FOC variant. Linsner tint virgin FOC variant. Don't perk up until Marvel. That's true. Except for the perky ones here. Sacred 6 number 8 cover A by Perillo. And then here's your cover B by Rue. Here's your cover C by... I'm not messing that one up. Not going to mess that one up either, but that's your cover D. And there is your cover E. And then here is your limited Perillo Virgin cover. And then here is your premium black and white variant. And then premium OHTA FOC variant. I don't know if that stands for something or if that's the person's artwork last name. And if I butchered that name, I'm so sorry. The Rue limited virgin cover. The Vengeance of Vampirilla number 17 cover A by Perillo. And the highlight artwork used for the secret variant thumbnail this evening was this book right here, The Vengeance of Vampirilla number 17, cover B by Ben Oliver. The Vengeance of Vampirilla number 17, cover C by Segovia. Oh boy, I wish every artist had a pronunciation parentheses next to their name. This way you could click on it and have it heard so you can pronounce it right. Because there's nothing worse than getting your name messed up. Vengeance of Vampirilla number 17, cover D. There's your cosplay variant. And then here is your 17 Oliver limited virgin cover. Ben Oliver, just one hell of an artist. Never disappointed with some of his covers. Vengeance of Vampirilla number 17, Perillo limited virgin cover. And then here is your other FOC variant. And Vengeance of Vampirilla 17 Premium Maria FOC variant. So, Jamie, if you're doing any of these Dynamite books, just make sure that you are down for these FOC variants because they are not added until like yesterday or today, and maybe even tomorrow morning in some cases, which makes it really, really tough. You try not to miss those things. And I personally had to add the Ron Lim Gwenpool code to my order, the Diamond account order for the week's FOC in order to not, miss those things. So, let's see here. The Godzilla Monsters and Protectors number 1. Obviously, they're having Godzilla comics drop right around the same time as a Godzilla movie would be hitting. So, there's your number 1, cover B, your photo cover. And then there is just, I don't know what's going on there, but that's some Shining level stuff right there with a big old moth in front. So, Godzilla's 10 copy incentive. I don't know if it's going to be worth picking up. Leave me a comment below and let me know if it is. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, number 97, gives you a cover A. And then your cover B, which, why is it all cats? And then why do we have a seahorse on My Little Pony? Sleeping Beauties, number 6 of 10. There is your cover A. Here is your cover B. And then they offer us a 10 copy incentive. Let me actually show it for a little bit longer than just a millisecond here. So there's your Sleeping Beauties retail incentive cover. Make sure you're asking your stores if you are following that story and collecting those covers. This is an interesting looking cover by Sophie Campbell, of course. This is your A cover for TMNT 116. Go figure. No artwork released for the Eastman cover. That should be the 1 in 10 incentive for this book every single month. But instead, this is your 1 in 10 incentive this month. I really think they're doing a disservice. This should have been the B cover. And the Eastman, again, should be their retail incentives. But IDW doesn't listen to me. Why would they? Who am I? I'm a nobody. Transformers number 29. There's your cover A. Here is your cover B. And there is your cover C. That's a really nice Optimus cover there. I can't lie. And, of course, you guys know I'm wearing the Autobot shirt tonight. So, another Transformers book, actually. Transformers Escape, number 3 of a 5-issue miniseries. There's your cover A. Here is your cover B. And here is the placeholder for the Jeffrey Vergy artwork. Usagi Yojimbo 19, and it does not show a variant. Or did I miss it? Hang on a second here. Did I screw up real bad and miss out on the Usagi variant? Because they have been fire lately. I'd be really, really upset with myself if I missed this one. So, with that said, you know what? Give me a second here, because I'm gonna check on something. Let's go to over here, so I can work on something while y'all talk. So, what do you guys think about all the books that are coming out so far? We made it to the Usagi, but I think old Ultra might have messed up something, and he's gonna try to correct it right now. So, let me see here. Going through. Live on-air edits, because this is how we do it with the Raw Report. We don't care if there's mistakes, but, I mean, honestly, we do. We try not to make mistakes whenever possible. But again, I'm a one-man operation doing this show, and I really appreciate you guys, again, tuning in live to these streams. Let me see here. Yes, so I did screw up, and there is no details to be found, which is the reason why I didn't put it on here. Okay. So these Usagis, and what you're going to have to do is you're definitely going to have to check with your store to see if they even qualify for them. Because let me tell you, this is one of the illest qualifying things that I've ever seen a store do or a publisher do. They're using the qualifier off the previous issue, and there is no artwork for it, so it was a lame duck anyway. But yeah, so they're like I saw on issue 18, your qualifier was based off of issue 17. So that's real interesting, because that's it's kind of alarming when you think about it, because a lot of people aren't going to catch on. So I do hope those of you who are Usagi collectors, though, are able to get on with it and get your copy. Alright, let's see if I can do this again. Alright, so let me take a look at the old chat matrix. So what's up, everybody? So yeah, we got Dwayne Scott up in here, and might add Girls of Dimension, but that's all for now. Well, you know, maybe you'll see something else on the upcoming books. So you recently met somebody in real life with Usagi Yojimbo hair, and that's the first time you've ever met somebody with a man bun before? Very interesting. But thanks for stopping by Comics Talk Weekly. Good to see you in the chat. Alright, so let's get back over to the presentation at hand. And yeah, so Usagi Yojimbo 19, and then you do have a 10 copy incentive by Freddie Williams the second. So this may actually be a qualifier for how much they ordered of issue 18 to be able to qualify for the 10 copy incentive for 19. So you're going to want to check with stores immediately tomorrow upon finding out. If you can't get it at your LCS, you're going to want to try to track one down online, and that's the best advice I can give you, Usagi guys, because this is a tough book, and these variants have honestly, they've been fire for the last couple issues. So you know, it's one of those things. All right, next up we've got Image Comics, and Image has given us Haha number 4 of its 6-issue miniseries. And let's see here, and I know that's coming up soon. We're going to be looking out for that Wanted Comics debut on Tales from the Flip Side. We're going to see what cover 4 looks like for his Gallagher set. That's going to be just phenomenal stuff. Monstrous number 33, and that is a series that continues to deliver, and I'm glad to see it hitting such high issue numbers. I really hope that book goes well over 100 issues. Moonshine number 24. Nomen Omen number 14, and there's your cover A, there's your cover B, there is, what? Did I miss the variants for Nomen Omen, or did I put them in the wrong spot? man, or did I not save the correct version? I started writing over things, which probably happened. But there is some variants for Nomen Omen, including the possibility of a... maybe I got them all. Maybe it is just an A cover and a B cover. But I could have sworn I double-checked the list. But Old Guard also up on here. And Old Guard is giving you 3 covers. So you're giving your A cover, your B cover, and your C cover. And this is the Tales Through Time. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this Old Guard story. But we'll see. We'll see what it entails. I know the Old Guard is kind of a cult classic, modern cult classic for people. And, of course, it resulted in a Netflix series or Netflix movie. But I don't think the ratings were all that high, and had Charlize in it too, and she's amazing in almost everything she's done. So, interesting to see. Post Americana, number 5 of 6. And then we've got Radiant Black, number 2, has a second print. And then Radiant Black, number 3, gives you a cover A by Costa. You got a cover B, and I thought this one was cheap. I mean, it's basically a screen cap. Anyway, here's your 25 copy incentive by Montez, which looks amazing. Rain Like Hammers, number 4. Yeah, that's supposedly a sexy robot on the cover. Stray Dogs, number 3. Here's your cover A. And then here is your movie variant, which is this is really, really cool too. Oh, they're looking good over there. Ultra Mega number 1 getting a cover A second print. And then you got a cover A for number 2 dropping the same day. And then giving you a cover B. And then we've got a 5 copy incentive black and white version, as well as a 10 copy incentive black and white version. I'm hearing that Thunder. Thunder says there's a lot of Stray Dogs as a must, and always the movie variant. You know, the acetate variant for issue 1 ain't so bad either. And I regrettably have left every single one of them that I've seen. Walking Dead Deluxe number 13. There's your cover A by Finch, and then you got a cover B, and then you've got your Tedesco cover C, and then you've got a cover D on this one. Raposa. Now we're into DC. Now, as you guys know, the time of this going live is 10:55 p.m. East Coast time. That means that FOC is closed for DC for the previous show's list. So I'm a week ahead on DC. So unlike everything else that you see on this episode that is due orders tomorrow, DC's orders are due next Sunday. So you actually have a whole week to stew on all these DC books. I'm going to show you a couple, though. There are a couple on here that definitely are interesting to kind of maybe see about before they get too hyped. You know what I mean? Action Comics, number 1030. And then here is your Tedesco variant. And let me say this. If that is Superboy, John Kent, I'm buying it. Batman number 108. This one's going to be big. Just because people are all specking on Miracle Molly here. Of course, she had her cameo in 106. The Art Germ variant, between this one and Punchline, I'm probably going to have to say this one. But I'm probably going to pick it up, even though it's probably going to be super duper ordered. I'm seeing store exclusives for all this one. But people saying they're not sure they're willing to pay for $6 for DC. And that's true. I don't know how much this cardstock variant is going to be, but we'll see. So here is a book for you. All right. So not only do you have your Miracle Molly on this one, there's another one coming up, and then also Batman Fortnite 0 point number 3 has Batman versus Snake Eyes. Yeah, variant cover 2 is by Jim Lee. And then there's the third variant cover. They call this one the premium variant. So you're going to want to talk to your stores and find out what it's going to take to get your hands on some of these, because I have a feeling that Batman Fortnite 0.3 might be a book. If you're not paying attention during the FOC time, it may surprise a few people. So, hope you all are seeing that. And again, you got an extra week when you watch the secret variant on your FOC picks for DC books. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And the WTH, yeah, is that enough for you, man? You know, Batman versus Fortnite, and having Snake Eyes be the one that shows up in there to fight him. That's just crazy stuff. But you know they're going to team him up eventually. And then of course we've got Batman versus Superman number 17. There's your cover B, which is a cardstock variant. And then why is this one all the way back here? I don't know what happened here. Detective Comics 1035 cover A. Oh, it belongs here. Detective Comics 135 cover B by Bermejo. Harley Quinn number 2. And yeah, Cherokee Metal, if Fortnite and DC are doing a crossover, but I don't know what Marvel's involvement is because of the whole Nexus War thing. I don't know if they were paid by Fortnite to advertise the game, or how that all went down, or if Marvel really is involved in it. I was really pulling for them to use the Fortnite world as Battle World. So I got some. Skipped frames detected. Oh boy, love skipped frames. Anyway, love notifications. My analytics are going crazy. My CPU usage is 63%. I haven't had some drop frames in a while, but yeah, my stream was experiencing issues, is what it says. So my apologies for any choppiness of the streams. Hopefully it's not too terrible, and you guys can hear me all clearly. Harley Quinn number 2 again had another cover that went along with it. I gotta get out of this screens. Hold on. There we go. Now I have control again. So your Derek Chew cardstock variant. It's pretty tight looking. And then you have Nightwing 78 going back for a second print. Why is this book going back for a second print is the question I'm going to be answering when I go and find out what actually happens in 78 and if there's any on the shelves and what they're selling for. If you know what's going on with that, comment in the chat, and if you're in the live chat, leave me a comment below if you're watching on the rewind. And then we've got Robin number 1. Now you guys know how I feel about these wraparound covers, right? So Robin number 1 cover A. Then we've got Robin number 1, the wraparound variant. This is another one of those 1 in 25 incentives. So not only are they dropping the Miracle Molly 1 in 25 incentive on release day, the Livewire one also is going to hit. Good luck. And I hope you all are, you know, if you believe in the characters, it's okay. It's a lot easier to spec on them. And here's the thing. You have to like DC in order to believe in their characters and spec on their characters, because they're just, it's not as safe a spec as some other things are. Now, just like the Harley number 1, just like the Joker number 1, now we have a team variant, or where it's a 250 minimum cover. So they need to order 250 Yeah, it's going on a second print with a lower price. That's hilarious. So my PowerPoint's now auto recovery, saving the file. What a wild time it is to be alive. You know, I got an i5 processor, so it's not like a slouch or anything. I got an SSD, but I think I'm just working this machine too much. I need to get a new computer, so I'm gonna be looking for something with a decent video card already installed in it. If you have any recommendations, leave me a comment below. And make sure it's a buildable tower that I can swap the board out and put it into a different case. Cherokee Metal saying that's the best Nightwing book in 10 years, huh? So I'm gonna have to check that out. So leftover. So this is the way it goes, man. 250 copy qualifier. So they have to order 250 copies of the A cover, or any of the other covers, or any combination of the other covers. And if they hit 250 copies, then they can order as many of this one as they want. So meaning that that's not even anything to they're going to get. So I was lucky to find a Joker number 1 at a LCS here. I don't know how the hell they got it, but they charged me $13 for it. I do know that there are some big stores out there that they're blowing these things out at like $7.50, $8 shipped. So $9 ship or whatever. You know, good luck to you guys on release day. Hope you can find it. Damian Wayne getting yet another new Robin costume, because obviously he's updated from the one that he got in Batman 106 already. It's a crapshoot, man. Anyway, Merca's back, and Merca Indolfo is dropping us. Jamie, don't even sweat that, man. We'll get the super chats at 1,000 subscribers, man. 1,000 subscribers. But Ruby, Justice League #1, cover A by Merca Indolfo. I wonder who's going to be doing the interiors on this one, because that's some interesting stuff right there. And then there is a cover B, Demio cardstock variant, which is not available as far as cover art. All right, I'm about to blow some people's minds in this one, because this is an interesting cover, right? This cover right here, where they're all wearing the red X. But is this going to break the internet? What the hell is this? All right, so here you have the Titans, a pretty, profound version of them. But is that Dick Grayson? Because this looks like the Titans of Dick Grayson, and he's wearing a red hood, a red X mask. What is going on with Red X? So who knows? We'll find out. Dick Grayson might have passed on the baton to another member of the Titans Academy, and that might be the reason why they're doing that on the cover. But here we go, guys. We're in the final stretch, so don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to my channel for when I do go live, and I do go live at insanely odd times. I am a full-time dad, first off and foremost, so it does help that I get to go late night like this after I get the kid to bed. But here we go, everybody. Alien 2, there is your cover A. Here's your Hans variant, which is open order. And then here is your incentive variant. So it's probably going to be at least a 1 in 25. Check with your LCS. Make sure your name's down for it. If you are the Alien Hunter, because obviously we know there's a huge drop-off between issue 1 and issue 2, especially with issue 1 offering 2 1 in 500 incentive variants, giving stores the ability to order heavily. And there was a second print announced that goes on FOC next week. So be sure to tune in next week to the secret variant to make sure you are not missing what that second print is going to do. Here's Amazing Spider-Man number 64. And then these Heroes Reborn variants, which I probably am not touching a single solitary one of them. But if you want them, get your name down for them, because they're going to be the only variant cover for a lot of these books. So if it's a book that you want to be a completionist on, probably going to have no problems picking up that Heroes Reborn variant for your book. So here we go. Avengers number 45, King in Black. And then it's so weird. So they're just now getting King in Black through the Avengers title, and it's because I think delays and stuff like that. So we find out who the Phoenix is in issue 44. And so here's your Heroes Reborn, your Avengers variant. If you're not into it, I can't say I blame you. It's one of those things. But the Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, number 2 of 4. And then here is Elsa Bloodstone coming in on a Ron Lim variant. And then next, we've got Stephanie Hans giving us a wonderful variant. Now, I believe they're connecting between 1, 2, and 3. Issue 1 had the other Black Knight on it. Issue 2 should have this one on it, and I think issue 3 will have the third one all the way over on the right, which is Dane. We'll see, but because that's not the final artwork, I don't think. Captain Marvel, number 28. Here's your cover A, and she looks like the Sorcerer Supreme, so it's a little weird what's going on there. And no, everybody, you're not being deceived. That is not Wonder Woman, although it is probably a very close copy. I don't know if DC be taking people to court anymore. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, number 2 of 4. And then we've got a HOTS variant. And then your incentive from Peach Momoko. Champions giving us Champions number 6. And then we've got the Heroes Reborn variant, which shows Doctor Doom, Juggernaut. Well, Doom was already OP enough. He did not need to be unstoppable because you could not stop him. I mean, let's just be serious. Doom with the Phoenix Force, he was just like, I forfeit. He's like, I'm too busy for this. I gotta go. I got bigger things to be, because I'm Doctor Doom. So I really hope they do well in bringing Doctor Doom into live action, and they do him justice and just make him the total most arrogant prick. But you have to like him. You have to respect him, even though he's arrogant. He's a jerk, but you understand why he is the way he is. Kind of like me. Appreciate you guys tuning in live. Eternals number 4. Here's your Todnok headshot variant. And these headshot variants are showing absolutely zero signs of slowing down anytime soon. So be sure to check that out. And then, of course, your incentive variant for Eternals number 4 is this Ribic design variant. Valkyries, Mighty Valkyries, getting a 5-issue miniseries, and looks like it involves Hela, Loki, Jane Foster, and some of the other Valkyries. And of course, Todd Nelk dropping that headshot variant. They should call them glamour shots. Mighty Valkyries number 1 is also going to get a Heroes Reborn variant. It's also going to get a Scotty Young variant. And then we have a Daughterman incentive variant. And the Asrar incentive variant. I like this one a lot. I think it's pretty cool. I think the mirror is very telling. Spider-Woman number 11. Why is Thanos on a Spider-Woman cover? What's going on here? This is some wild stuff. But this is your Heroes Reborn cover for Spider-Woman number 11, and I have a feeling that Thanos is going to sell more books than her. Just saying. Spider-Woman number 11 does get a Perez incentive variant to go along with that. And then Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 9, they did not give us the cover art, but they did give us the incentive on glamour shots where mall stores rolled. Let's see here. So, Star Wars number 9 getting an incentive variant. You guys in the chat are wonderful. I really appreciate you. He's reborn in the MCU spec. Yeah, probably. I would not count Thanos as being dead in any timeline, in any part of the MCU. I would just count on him being a return that is, as he would say, inevitable. He's an Eternal, and you guys should know that about the Eternals. They can do a new body, and at any time the consciousness gets transferred. So really wild stuff. And I think now that the X-Men have gotten to a certain point that they are going to show that they're connected to the Eternals, and I have a feeling they're going to also connect the Inhumans to the Eternals, so that this way they can really deliver on what the Marvel Universe is all about. But you guys know I'm a huge Cable fan, and I know that they're saying that Kid Cable's storyline's coming to an end here with his ongoing series, issue 12, which we just had issue 8. But this right here, Sword number 5, Trevor Fitzroy, X-Men number 1. Everybody remembers that X-Men number 1. And not only do they remember that X-Men number 1, but that X-Men number 1 Anniversary Edition is the lowest printed version of his first appearance. Just FYI, everybody. And then, of course, you got the Caselli variant, which is going to be your 1 of 25. Trials of Ultraman number 2. And then here's your Art Adams doing a Kaiju incentive variant. And then here's your TV photo incentive variant. Now we've got Way of X, which means we are approaching the end of the list, everybody. And I want to thank you all for tuning in live to this live stream. It is 11:11 p.m. on the East Coast. And Way of X number 1 is getting Vincentini wraparound variant. I hope I did not butcher that name. Way of X number 1, Scotty Young variant. And the Way of X number 1 Dodson incentive variant, as well as the Muller design incentive variant. I have a feeling the Dodson one's going to be your higher ratio. Women of Marvel. It's been a little while since they did a Women of Marvel, and shout out to the first Women of Marvel 2-issue series that has the, I guess you could say, steampunk, Scarlet Witch, Black Cat, and a few others on the cover. It's a really nice cover. Issue 2 is not so bad, but issue number 1 of that 2-issue miniseries definitely takes the cake. But let's see what they've got going on with this Women of Marvel number 1, because issue number 1, cover A, is not too shabby. We got a Connor variant. I got to admit, I really have to admit, I'll probably buy this Peach Momoko, and I'm buying it because I like the artwork. So we'll see what the guts of the book actually have in store for it. And shout out to Lucas from Drunken Chat, from our Drunken Chat team, because it's one of his friends who got herself cover art for Women of Marvel. So shout out to you, Ms. Wolf or Mrs. Wolf, and congratulations on your cover art. And then they're going to deliver us an excellent A cover that I'm going to be looking for non-color rub copies of this one, of Jean Grey. Losing it just a little bit, but you know what? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this wonderful stream. It has been an excellent secret variant. We went through a few books, but not really as many as it would have taken had I done all the Dynamite. So, a couple of things, guys. Yes, the Ultra Box is still on. Actually, I deleted all previous PowerPoints, so I lost a whole bunch of my slides. I had to rebuild this entire PowerPoint from scratch this evening. I think I did a pretty good job, if you ask me. I was able to download a few slides from Google Drive, but of course I can't download an entire presentation. I had to rebuild a few of them. So I want to thank you guys, because there's a lot of things going on. We are in the process of trying to make sure everybody that, if you see me attending your live streams, if there's people that I need to be subscribing to, Spinetix does a real good job of this by putting all of the people we should be subscribing to in their video description. I'm horrible about that, but I want to make sure that everybody who's doing this comic book stuff has 1,000 subscribers or more, so that super chats become active for you. You get monetized, even if you're only making pennies on the dollar. Super chats might be able to help you out a little bit here and there. And I want to thank you guys for wanting to do a super chat on my own show. That it really means the world to me. But you know what? I'll get to getting a computer and some other things as I update and things like that. I may start a Patreon page. I've thought about it. I have people coming to me telling me that you're giving away so much information for free, and yeah, I do. But at the same time, I like being able to share this. I actually enjoy doing this because this gives me an opportunity to review the data in a fashion that lets you guys share with me what the review is. So, and thank you for Double Low for that, man. Thumbs up, everybody, and I really appreciate you. Let me know if I need to be subscribing to your channel. Drop your channel name and let me know if. Let's see. Oh, it's not really an untrustworthy computer. It's just I'm taxing this little i5 processor with 3.5 gigahertz. You know what I mean? Like I tried to get the good i5. It's got an SSD, but all that stuff. But you know what? We're not even going to worry about the Patreon. I thank you guys for saying that you would sign up for a Patreon page that I start. That's amazing. But I want to do this. You guys support me and getting to 1,000 subscribers and let me break the YouTube algorithm method. Well, I'm going to put together this Ultra Box. And wait till you guys see some of the more of the books. I have more books that are going in it. And thank you for that. That's actually a pretty big thing. And I plan on attending that one. I just got to make sure my wife is working from home that week, because if she's not working from home that week, it won't be an opportunity for me to go. But here we go, everybody. So a lot of things going on, but again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of my videos, and let me know what you think of this channel. Let me know what you think of the content, and let me know if there's something that I should be reading on this week's FOC list. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because you know what? I go on Wednesdays, and this right here, the Comic Book Presser, is where you're going to see a version of the Speculation Matrix, which I give you a few little details. First off, weekly I'm trying to read some things, and then I'm going to give you my new release picks. And not only that, I'm going to give you a look back of all the stuff this week that I just covered on FOC. I'm going to let you guys know what my FOC picks are, and we're going to cover all that this coming Wednesday night, 10:15 p.m., Tales from the Flip Side. So make sure you are subscribed over to Flipside and not miss out on all that other content that all they're dropping over there. And then, of course, you guys know me. Well, you're watching me right now. And make sure you have hit that subscribe button so we can get to that 1,000 subscribers, because Mel's not going to help me give away this Drunken Box 2/Ultra Box until I hit that 1K. So we're going to get there. And then the benefit of being subscribed over here is, of course, I drop the Raw report every now and then. And then, of course, the show you are watching this evening, the Secret Variant. And this is only available here. But, of course, you can find me on these wonderful places. Facebook, IG, U1 for Maximus. Make sure you're following me there, because that's where I'll probably be dropping some more updates on the Ultra Box before I get a chance to go live on the air. And then, of course, if you know, you know, Drunken Chat, Saturday mornings, 12:30 a.m., YouTube on Mighty Mel V. So make sure you are subscribed to Mighty Mel V. You can catch that Drunken Chat where I do the Speculation Matrix Variant Edition every Friday night. And shout out to everybody who are my Drunken Sharks. Following over from that channel to this one. And, of course, my soundtrack is always provided by White Bat Audio. And make sure you are checking out the exclusives over at Wanted Comics. And be on the lookout, because they're about to go live with that wonderful haha number 4. Can't wait to see what the artwork looks like that. I appreciate you, RJ. And here, Mr. Herd S. Eric, make sure you are giving him a follow over on IG and hit him up for some of your graphics work if you needed. But anyway, again, I appreciate you all tuning in live. Just remember, we're the TV now. Since all the TV stuff is actually trash, let's make the entertainment happen over here on YouTube. And I will see you guys next time.